So here's a sharp move here from the Red Sox in this Angel game. It moved about 30 cents from 160 to 133, and all this money was coming in on an Angels, and this was sharp action here. If you look at this game, this Angel game in Boston, you have Cashner pitching, and he just can't. His mechanics are all screwed up right now, and he can't locate anything. He walked. The bases loaded, and the manager even took him out with about 45 or 50 pitches, giving up only 3 runs. So, I mean, the manager knows that he can't locate anything right now. And the reason why the public was so heavy on Boston is because they thought he was going to respond, but the sharp money was going with this pitcher Sandoval. But if you look at Cashner, his last starts as the favorite. So this guy just doesn't respond after a loss. Okay, so why would you bet on him as a favorite? So if you look at this is the current game, this Angel game here. He went 1.2 innings pitched, gave up 3 earned runs, but he was taken out early with about 50 pitches. Now, why would the manager do that? Because he knows that his mechanics are off right now. A manager won't take out a pitcher giving up 3 runs in 1 or 2 innings if he knows that his mechanics aren't not where they should be right now. If you look at his last 2 home games prior to this Angel game, he gave up 6 on August 1st to Tampa Bay, and then he followed it up with 6 more runs in the next start against Kansas City. So look at it. He doesn't respond. He doesn't respond after a loss. You see this? He had 2 home games already, and he didn't respond. He went 5 2/3 and 5.1 innings on August 6th. So there's no accountability here, and his mechanics are off right now. He might even be sent down. I won't be surprised. But and if you look further back, into how he's been pitching, you'll see here again he pitched against Toronto on July 16th, gave up 5 earned, which is a bad start, and he came back against Baltimore, which is Baltimore's like one of the worst teams in baseball, and he gave up 4 runs to them in 6 innings. So this guy just doesn't respond after a loss. So this is why the public, or should I say the sharp bettors, were betting on Anaheim here, Angels, and the public was all over Boston. Now look at the percentage. You see Boston had 65%, but the money's being driven the other direction, and this is all sharp money here. All the sharps are betting on the Angels, and this is bringing the line down 20, 30 cents, even 40 cents here, from 160 all the way down to 120. So this is confirmed all sharp money. This is how you figure out what is sharp money, what is public money. You just got to do the research. You got to look into the game and see why these lines are moving like they are. I just showed you right now why they would be betting on the Angels. It's because this guy doesn't, he doesn't locate, and he doesn't respond after a loss. Plain and simple. He's just not a good pitcher right now. Ever since he went to Boston from Baltimore, he came from Baltimore, and then he just hasn't had a good season with Boston. Ever since they got him. So this is why this line dropped so heavy. Just to show you, this is what you have to look for. You have to look at these pitching performances and go back and look to see, if these pitchers respond. Some pitchers do, and some pitchers don't respond after a loss. And it's clear, it shows right here. Pitching 3 home games, you should be able to get a win after 3 home games, even after 1 home game that you pitched very poorly in. So, plain and simple, he doesn't pitch well after a loss, and he's not a good pitcher. So, this is why the sharp bettors are all over the Angels here, and they did end up winning 5-4. And yeah, that's it. 5-4 final. I'm sure a lot of people were taking the run line as well. A lot of people were hitting this run line. Look at it was at 130 and it went all the way to 155. They were taking the plus 1.5 too on the Angels. Easy win here for the Angels. So that's gonna do it for this video. I'll be going over some more matchups shortly.